Hiya. So this was last week's narrative therapy submission. And it's about my programming. Anna has seriously ingrained programming. If you ask her, she'll tell you it's a blessing and a curse. Her programming contains strict rules and strong moral leanings which have kept her on the right side of the law and people. She'll say that this programming is why she doesn't have any known enemies. What isn't programmed into Anna is a strong sense of self. She's often wondered if she's truly a good person or if she's just programmed to be. What choices does she make that are her own and not compelled by the programming? She hates that she feels powerless in so many situations. She hates that no one fears hurting or disrespecting her. Many years back, a therapist had an aha moment when Anna relayed that both of her parents served in the Army. She didn't get to work with him long enough to learn why he found it interesting. She figures that her programming exists because her parents went through military programming. She figures her father had the most impact on writing the code. He was a man of strong convictions, and he was the law in their house. He commanded respect in every space he filled. Her mother was a joke to her. She loved her, and at some point wanted to be like her in some ways, but her mother had no qualities worthy of being written to code. Her mother's contributions were instrumental in teaching Anna how to protect herself by managing the people in her home. A core part of Anna's programming is to get along to keep along. Another is to hold herself to a higher standard than she holds others. To explain Anna's full programming, you must be told the rules. You have to understand that Anna's parents saw the world in black and white. Her father was always right. That was the biggest rule. To disagree was to open a door to hear a plethora of what was wrong with her. Anna was expected to show respect to everyone, above all to respect her elders. Elders had the ultimate say-so in what Anna did. She couldn't refuse anything an elder asked of her. She couldn't talk back or correct them. Most of the elders only wanted her to speak when spoken to, and when she spoke, she was supposed to say what they wanted to hear. In the get along to keep along part of the programming, she wasn't allowed to address disrespect. Anna's parents didn't care if she was uncomfortable so long as she did what she was told and wasn't rude in speech or action. Quote, "Composure is of the utmost importance. No matter how you feel, you keep it together. You continue to smile and be pleasant. You exist to please everyone around you. What you want and need doesn't matter." End quote. Anna wasn't treated kindly when she got upset. It wasn't tolerated by her father, and her mother made things worse. To not keep it together was to embarrass herself and her family. She often feels like people wouldn't respect her feelings anyway. She thinks she doesn't have the right to be mad. She fears crying in front of others, so she hides when she feels the tears coming. She isn't sure if she does this because she's afraid of invalidation or she thinks her tears will make others uncomfortable. Maybe it's both. She will fight someone who stands in her way if she's trying to exit. To stand in her way is to trap her. She has no control of how she reacts when she feels trapped. Quote, "A big part of respectful behavior is to always be nice. No matter what happens, don't be rude." End quote. Anna has done a lot of things she didn't want to because she felt like not doing them would be rude. Being nice to people she doesn't like makes her feel fake. Smiling, inviting them in, playing the happy hostess when she's screaming in her head. It's distressing to her, but what's inside can't come out. She says she's too weak, too insignificant to be so bold. She wants to tell people, "I don't want to," and there's a huge part of her that hates her for being unable to choose her comfort. Being nice makes her a tool to be used. It allows people to manipulate her. She sees this usury and manipulation, but she can't escape the be nice protocol. You may wonder what makes a person follow the protocols of their programming, especially when their programming hurts them. To understand why Anna suffers from such low self-esteem and continues to hold on to this, you must recognize the trauma of what her parents and others put in her head in her formative years. Excuse me. A lot of victims of emotional abuse will say, "I wish they would have hit me." This is because words spoken replay in your head, and sometimes it's really hard to shake the negative automatic thoughts. Anna fears that if she doesn't adhere to her programming, that someone will speak these words again. The more people that say the words, the harder it is to think they're untrue. Here is a list of some of Anna's negative automatic thoughts. Please note that these are not things heard once. These were a regular part of her life. You're worthless. Can't you do anything right? Why do you ruin everything? It's all your fault. I'm ashamed of you. No one cares what you have to say. No one likes you. No one wants you around. I don't care how you feel. You're creepy. You're cold. You're robotic. You talk too much. You're crazy. That was highly inappropriate. You're a whore. You're a liar. You're so pathetic. You deserve that. You're a horrible girl. Now, that's just some of the thoughts. There are worse ones, but I didn't write those down. And I tried to put the inflection on them in which I heard them. And the lengths people will go to avoid pain. You will bite your tongue. You will swallow your pride. Just to avoid somebody possibly hurting you like you've been hurt in the past when you spoke your mind or defended yourself. So that was last week's narrative therapy.